Did you know that Easter Island is full of huge stone statues called Moai? There are about 900 of them scattered across the island, and they can be up to 10 meters tall. But who built these statues and why? And how did they move them? Where are all the women? Hi, it's me, and this is my channel. All around the island are these huge stone figures with long noses and wide eyes staring blankly into the distance. They were carved between 1400 and 1800 years ago by the early inhabitants of the island. The ancestors of today's Easter Islanders, they'd cut the statues out of the soft, tough rock using tools made from harder volcanic rock. Each statue took about 4 to 6 weeks to carve, and they created them in groups, each group of statues representing a clan. The clans would compete with each other to build bigger and more impressive statues, and would often work at night so they could sneak up on their rivals and add another meter or two to their moai before sunrise. But while we think the statues are impressive now, back then they were truly gigantic. That's because the people of Easter Island were really short, just 1.5 meters tall on average. So a 10-meter moai was the equivalent of a 30-meter statue in our world. But once they were finished, how did they get them from the workshop to the village? Well, surprisingly, they only moved the statues using ropes. They'd dig a hole in the ground near where they carved the moai, then roll the statue down a ramp into the hole. Then they'd fill the hole back up and start the long walk to their next stop. Sometimes the journey took several days, and the people would stop at night to camp out beside their statues. And archaeologists have found evidence of cooking fires at some of the moai sites, suggesting that the people might have stayed there for weeks at a time. Finally, once the moai arrived at its destination, they'd set it up on a stone platform and then place a red cap on top. These red caps were made from the local red soil and were so important that sometimes entire groups of villagers would be sent to fetch the red soil to make the cap. And what about the women? Well, it turns out that all the statues are male. The female ancestors of the Easter Islanders were much less impressed with the whole statue thing. They preferred to spend their time making sweet potato bigger and more impressive. Oh wait, no, that's not right. The female ancestors of the Easter Islanders were completely wiped out by European diseases before the statues stopped being impressive. I'm the host. This has been my channel. Join me next time as I continue my island tour and find out what's inside Easter eggs.